Good afternoon on what is a clear, mild day. It is Friday, the 14th of January. Back in the Read Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and big pile of parcels to unbox. So the next thing I am going to unbox is from this little package, which has come from Igloo Tree. So it's going to be some fanzine or something along those lines. So let's have a look. And once again, Igloo Tree do a nice job of wrapping everything in pink crepe paper. So let's do this nice and gently. There we go. And let's see what's inside. And what we've got inside is Planar Compass issue 1. Now I've been after this fanzine, copies of this fanzine for a bit, and finally been able to get some from Igloo Tree. I've got the second volume I've already done an unboxing of, basically people have been sort of like saying how good this is and want to look at it. And the other thing I've got to get is the player's handbook for this, but I will. But let's have a look at this. The Big Black, the Sea of Souls, the astral realm. There are many names for the space between the planes. In the centre of it lies an island, the friendliest port in the planes. Whether you're a spirit that's been recently separated from your body, or an adventurer travelling between worlds, chances are you're making a stop in Dreamhaven. This is a supplement for Old School Essentials, which requires essentially the core rules, the genre rules, essentially the classic fantasy and treasure books. All the basic, just get the big thick book. And inside, simple, plain, clear contents page. Before we get into the introduction, welcome to Dreamhaven. In 2020, amidst chaos and fear, this sign was written and drawn in equal parts: rage, joy, and hope. Travel to dungeons dark and deep. Go there with your friends and neighbours. Bind yourself to the light and return bolder, not broken. Planar Compass was designed around Old School Essentials by Necrotic Gnome, and is such as compatible with the classic basic expert rule set and other OSR games. So it does actually, it includes everything here. As guidelines, what you need, but essentially Old School Essentials, everything for it, you're good to go. And here we have running Dreamhaven, and it's designed for essentially the adventures in this issue are designed for levels 1 to 3 with low emphasis on a counterbalance. As such, there are many moments in this design that can quickly kill characters. The player should be advised to proceed cautiously and thoughtfully in the old school play style. We have and the cat, who's not ours, has returned to my lap. Just got to keep him on my lap rather than on the boxes with his muddy paw prints. And hopefully he'll settle down without being too insistent about being fussed. Which is what his normal thing, his normal course of action is, fuss me, I'm going to sleep now. Anyway, aren't we all? So here we open up, we've got the locales, and the setting itself is the astral sea, upon which there's an island. I've got backgrounds in there and species of note. I'm thinking this in a sense, here's the island itself. Think of this as sort of like something akin to, oh, he's gone again, to Spelljammer. I'm not saying exactly like that, but akin to. And here we have an actual location, the Slipstream bar inside, including essentially with its interesting proprietor or barman, guest rooms upstairs, and beyond that we have the bazaar, the lighthouse, custom house, and so on, all to enforce the fact that this is a port. And ports are always interesting to visit because you're going to meet interesting people, you're going to get interesting news, you might be able to do some trade, you're going to get some employment, that sort of thing. And then we have adventures, and these are what we've got is adventure hooks, really. A bit detailed here, so essentially there's a bit more than just a hook. These can be developed by the game master into something, you know, that she wants to run. The game was tossed. Oh, and he's back. Here we go. There we go. So there we go. Yeah, all right. And then we have so what else have we got here? The bottle table, just more content. And over that we've got beach size zombies, which obviously probably going to be worse than beach Nazis, or Nazi surface or zombie surface. All that glisters, and I'm liking this essentially is that there's really kind of a minimal kind of setup with a description, and then we've got a bunch of essentially adventures which the game master can run and pull the players in and get them involved. And then we go into the deep warren itself, which does carry a warning that this has is a nasty encounter, potentially campaign ending if it goes wrong. So that's quite that's the length of the actual details essentially, and you can see we've got hooks and secrets there before we get to the actual description. And then we've got a deluxe vault, and then actually beyond this, actually surprisingly, we have classes, and these are potential classes which player characters can have, or replacement characters or NPCs, of course. So we have the Eldhezi or Eldhezi, who have psionic powers, and this is I would suggest this is using essentially the standard format for old school Renaissance Dungeons and Dragons, which is race as class. So also we've got an astral sailor, basically basically a swashbuckling fighter type. The Nook, and we saw a Nook here, not a demon, but he's on a Nook. So that's the Nook. The Scion, again, definitely adding more psionics here. So the idea that this is pushing the envelope of what you expect in sort of standard old school Renaissance fantasy, which has always had a kind of mixed response to the idea of psionics. A lot of it actually kind of coloured by, I would suggest, the psionic system in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which was complex, unnecessarily so, and often lethal and unbalancing, whichever side had it, whether it was the NPCs, the monsters, or the player characters. So we actually have rules for psionics here. So this is introducing psionics to your campaign if you want them in your Planar Compass setting. And the rules for we've got psionic combat, and there's the powers list, and this is obviously followed by the explanations there. So and that goes all the way down to suspend animation, and starting off with astral projection. So that is Planar Compass setting, and sort of like a mini campaign area supported by we say the second issue. Planar Compass expands upon this, takes it out even further into the astral seas, and then you've got the player's book for this as well, which I'll be interested to get hold of. But yeah, this essentially lets your campaign sail away from the material plane out and get lost on the storm. And if you want, with that, you can almost do sort of like a Stormbringer style campaign of multi-worlds and that sort of thing, depending upon whether you can sail to them across the astral sea. So yeah, Planar Compass 1, worth tracking down a copy of if you are a fan of old school essentials. Well, thank you once again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. If you like this, then please do click the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, appreciate you posting those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings on the Nook, where you're going to see me out here with package and a book or game which I will unbox and talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so. Then all of course accompanied by a cat, he's not ours, and a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button. Once again, thanks for watching. I'll be back again soon with another unboxing of the Nook. Bye for now.